How's it going there, YouTube? Coming at you with the final walkthrough video of the 2015 Scion TC car audio build. Going to be going through all the components, how I installed them, why I installed them, and just do a thorough walkthrough. So without further ado, let's get it kicked off. All right, let's start under the hood. So let's start with the heart, and it's red just like a heart. It got the Mechman 240 amp alternator. It was the biggest one that I could find for this vehicle that didn't require a custom build. Got it painted in red just for the heck of it, and it puts out the power, that's for sure. As you can see there, I got a Sky High car audio distribution block. I got a four spot just in case I wanted to, add more zero gauge runs. Those two zero gauge runs are going over to my excess power D3400R. It is a pretty hefty AGM battery, pretty popular one that works for a lot of applications. This vehicle specifically didn't have an excess power battery for this car, but this one fit just fine with the factory brackets. I got a pair of Down for Sound battery distribution blocks, which are great. They work just fine and provide easy expandability. As you can see, I upgraded the factory grounds, so I got a ground going to the engine block here, and then also the factory ground was just this one wire here from the battery to the car, so I removed it and upgraded it with another zero gauge. I have a zero gauge run going directly from the alternator stud here, the negative stud, going back to the battery bank, and then also two engine grounds going back as well. So I did that just in case I decided to do another power run. I could have three of each going back. These are going to 350 amp fuses. So two runs of positive going to the rear through two 350 amp fuses. I can't talk this morning, so bear with me. This is a custom mount that I made utilizing the battery bracket. I got just a simple L bracket, and then I cut this out, carpeted it to kind of match a little bit, and then mounted the fuses to that, so I didn't have to screw into the actual air box, right, put holes in it, which you don't want to do. So that's under the hood there as far as my alternator and underhood AGM. Now I am running lithium in the back, which I'll go over in a bit, and there's no isolators, all right, because the lithium that I am running, the Down for Sound LTO 6.0s, specifically do not need lithium or do not need isolators. See, I can't talk this morning and I don't feel like cutting and editing, so bear with me. All right, coming around inside, we'll go ahead and come in here first. Ugh. So I upgraded to aftermarket head unit. I'm still going to be making a video of the install of this for those of you that are interested, or have a Scion and want to know what harnesses I used, adapters, because my steering wheel controls, I wanted to keep those and all that stuff. So I go over all the harnesses and everything that I used. This is the DDX 376BT. Has a lot of features, 3 sets of 4-volt preamp outputs, rear view camera, steering wheel control, data link. Also has a graphic equalizer, built-in DSP, all the good stuff that you would want, right? DVD, it has everything that you need. So it was very well priced. It was only 300 bucks. Are you kidding me? And it performs perfectly. So down here, I got my bass knob here, and it's removable. It's on that That's just a magnetic gun mount that people mount their guns to. Well, I'm mounting my bass knob to it. See? And it's nice because it's not permanently screwed on, and you can take it and hold it in your hand if you want. But it just provides a good mounting option to be able to take it on and off without having to screw it on and off. And then, yeah, my factory USB, which is where I play most of my music, works with the adapter that I got for my head unit. So that's the head unit and whatnot. The speakers on the front stage are actually pretty phenomenal. You got mid bass, mid range, and a tweeter on each door. And I gotta tell you, from the factory, I'm very impressed. The amplifier is under the seat here from the factory, and with the harness that I got, I did retain the factory amplifier. So as of now, the front stage is stock, and it sounds so good, okay, that I'm gonna leave it that way for now. But I'm sure that that's gonna be upgraded as time goes on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here it is, the final setup of the spare tire battery amplifier rack here. So as you can see, a lot of things remain the same here. Amplifier, got the 2 D4S batteries. So there was a neon light back there, which was useless. So I decided to change that out for a fan. And how this fan works is it blows air out on the very bottom of it. And the amplifier is elevated with those rubber grommets there. See, there's rubber grommets on every corner. And it allows air to come underneath the amplifier, which is great, which is gonna work perfectly with these turbo fans blowing down on top of it. But cooling's not gonna be a problem because when I am demoing, I'm gonna leave this access panel open. The rear access panel will be on, but this will be all open. So it's gonna get plenty of air circulation and whatnot, no problems at all, no concerns there. All right, now what everybody's been waiting for, the substage. So here it is. I got 2 DC Audio level 5 12s. They're the M5 version, which have the beautiful DC basket, which if you've seen my last videos, I did a full walkthrough on them. This is a Gately enclosure, duh, right? The specs on it are 3.25 cubic feet net, tuned to 35 hertz, and there's 48 square inches of port area. Basically designed perfectly for these. These displace 0.19 cubic feet. So after displacement, these subs are getting about 1.43, 1.45 cubic feet of space, which is almost spot on because DC Audios, these ones here specifically take only 1.5 cubic feet of airspace, which is pretty impressive for a monster sub like this to perform. And let me tell you, they perform. All right, I got some custom dust caps on there. I took the old ones off with some brake cleaner and then put these nice stickers on to match my wiring. I do have a video on that in case you're wondering. So I got 2 cooling fans. One pushes air in, one takes air out. This one blows air in on top of the amplifier, and this one extracts the air out, and seems to work perfect. My amps barely even get warm down there. So I got an access panel, as you can see. Go ahead and take that off. Boom. There's my 2 D4S LTO 6.0s, which provide ample juice for my application. I barely drop any voltage with those things, and I tell you what, I'm a believer. I'm impressed. Got the Sundown SFB 8000, which is a full bridge 8,000 watt amp. You know, it's so funny. I get so much hate on those amplifiers of people saying, oh, they suck, they don't work. Dude, learn how to install them properly and they work just fine, right? I don't give it, you know, excessive amount of preamp voltage, which if you read the manual, these cannot take more than 5 volt preamp, right? Some people use line drivers or, you know, line output converters that, you know, boost voltage and they burn them up, right? You just can't do that. You got to have proper electrical. Make sure your grounds are good, right? I got proper electrical. I got an SMD voltmeter back here, which is nice to have. Just, you know, if you're demoing and you're not in the vehicle, just letting it run, you can kind of just, you know, be back here monitoring it, or, you know, just kind of a cool effect, honestly. I didn't want to use it up there because I got a voltmeter up there hidden in the dash, which I'll go over. But yeah, it's just nice to have them back there. Everything works in great harmony to keep everything operational. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on so that you can see the gauge there. And I also want to show you the custom voltmeter that I put behind the dash there. All right, so I wanted to show the voltmeter that I have behind the dash. Instead of having just, you know, an obvious voltmeter somewhere, I wanted to actually kind of make it a little stealth, I guess you can say. So you can kind of see it with it off. I hid it behind here. I have a YouTube short video on it, but let me go ahead and get her going. There you go. You see, usually it was the airbag light that tells you that the passenger airbag is on or off. But yeah, what use is that, right? I mean, who cares? So I ended up putting a stealth voltmeter behind there, so it looks factory flush. As you see, it's 14.2. My car is still pretty cold, and it cold charges at 14.2. Once the car warms up, it drops down to 14 volts, 14.1 volts. So it just is boosted about 0.1 volts when the car is still cold. Now let me walk around back here. There you go. You see the SMD meter right there. That fan comes on when the stereo comes on. It's not very loud. You don't even really hear it up there. These fans are loud. And I don't turn them on unless I've been demoing song after song after song after song because they're so loud. Let me go ahead and turn those on so you can hear them and see. I'll switch right here. Yeah, they're loud, but when the bass is hitting, you don't hear anything. I mean, you don't hear a single thing. It's dead quiet. So I think that's it for the walkthrough. I think there's only one thing left to do here, and that's get some music going. Pump these up a little bit. No,